Hi, I'm Jewellery Daniel. I'm the Chic Stylist, and I'm here today in Justine Cullen's amazing jewellery design studio. Absolutely love it. Thank you for having me, Justine.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
It's amazing. So, Justine is originally from LA.
Yeah.
She has moved over to the UK and is now living out here creating all her amazing jewellery pieces. She actually specialises in kind of sterling silver through to really high-end, glitzy, diamond, spectacular red carpet pieces. I mean, it's just right up my street. Absolutely love some of your stuff. It's just amazing. So I've decided to come here and ask Justine 3 fantastic questions as part of my interview series to find out more about Justine Cullen. So let's do this.
Okay, ask away, Julie.
Fabulous. Fabulous. So why did you actually decide to become a jewellery designer?
Well, actually, it all came together. Sort of, I had a company previous with my best friend, Sarah Fab, who is really talented in her own right. She's gone on to actually become a really famous makeup artist.
Wow.
Her most recent show is Gotham.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
She's a makeup artist there. It's really exciting. And but right at the time when she decided to go into makeup,
Yeah.
you know, because we had our company together, and it was at that sort of junction, I was really looking for a career change, and I couldn't quite decide what to go. So the funny thing is, and I know a little bit of something about you, and I know that you like cakes as well, right?
I love
So
cakes.
I love sweet things. So basically, I was really torn between becoming sort of like a cake, I don't know, like not a baker per se, but like maybe like make fancy cakes or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a jewelry designer. And I'll never forget it because I turned to my husband and I told him, you know, well, I decided to forget the cakes because I was really concerned that I would be bad for everybody's health. And it was probably a bad idea. Well, you know, I'm considerate, right? So I decided to scrap that idea. And I thought about jewelry, and I turned to my husband and I asked him, you know, what do you think about if I become like a jewelry person? Like, is there a job in that? And he looked at me like I was crazy. Never had heard me mention
Thanks to jewelry, yeah, right.
Just jewelry in general. Like, he'd never heard me speak about doing anything like this. And to be honest with you, I didn't know that I had the skill set. But I've always loved fashion and I've always loved design and just that whole kind of industry around it, from movies to like photo shoots, music videos, all of it. It's just so creative. I always wanted to be involved. I just never knew where I might be able to fit into something like that. So
You found your calling, clearly. You found your calling.
I did, but long story short, I did a series of, I started with adult education, so I didn't kind of get to jump into the sort of like, you know, full-time education with it, and I just kind of fit it in to where I was at, and, you know, I was at a point in my life where it had to work like that, and, you know, I suppose if you put your mind to it, anything's possible.
Anything's possible. I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that. So now, Justine,
Yes.
I want you to tell me the inspiration behind your jewellery and what does your jewellery represent?
Okay. Inspiration comes to me in so many forms when I'm designing, from kind of like music to people watching to, you know, films. I get inspiration all over the place. But the way that it really truly starts is it always kind of develops into some kind of story.
Yeah.
And some kind of storyline. And then I can almost start to picture the person who one day might be wearing that piece.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I start to kind of like, I get really inspired by things that have to do with sort of like symbols of strength, you know, or a bit of rebellion or something like this.
That's you, isn't it?
Probably is me a little, like marginally.
A lot.
Okay, Julie, maybe I'm not going to attack you. Don't worry.
Okay.
But I really sort of start to see things in that kind of way, and I think also because when I wear something myself, I like things that make me feel like I'm connected to something, or gives me that little bit of strength or confidence,
confidence.
you know.
Most definitely.
So, you know, I get inspired as well by sort of mythology and things like that. So you always see
Wow,
kind of like
cool.
influences in dark tones and sort of rough textures within my work that sort of bring all those elements together. And that's really what it is. So I suppose what it represents is maybe just bringing symbols into the world that other people can hopefully connect to and maybe bring out their inner strength and their sort of maybe rebellious side or their connected side maybe.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Love it. So now I want to do a really fun question with you.
Okay.
So,
Do I need to be worried?
yeah, be very worried.
Okay, I'll brace myself.
No, what I want to know
Yeah.
is what is the most funniest thing that's happened to you, kind of most recently or whatever.
Okay. It'll be something like really ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I
want
want
ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of like ridiculous things that happen to me, but
Ooh.
I think okay. No, I've got one. I've got a
Go
top
on.
of the list one. It was really
Right.
embarrassing actually.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
share it with you.
Share it with me.
With all the lovely people probably watching this, which is when I first moved to this area down in Kent, we moved to a property where we were renting a house, and it was a beautiful place, really old property. I mean, especially coming from the States, you know, we just don't have those like. I mean, it was such an old place, but it had really old features in it. So it had these really old doors, and they were kind of difficult to use. They had like these latches on them. I don't know. I'd never been
Old school.
lived in a place that had these kind of doors. So I was there. And I was very new to the neighborhood, so I didn't really know anybody, didn't have any friends yet, so nobody knew who I was.
Right.
And very innocently, I went to go into the bathroom, and I'm not really even sure how this happened. I don't know how I could even
You're making something up already.
I somehow managed to hook like the end of my jeans onto something to do with that door. I'm not even sure what part, and I kind of fell back and then fell into the handle with my eye.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I had a massive black eye. But you know, like that classic story when and people haven't met you, and it's a small village, and, and they're looking at you, and they're like, it's the one answer, isn't it? Like, how did you do that? Oh, I fell into a door handle. But I really did. I fell into a door handle. Anyway, that's my ridiculous story.
I love it. Funny, ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
You hit it on the
and
mark.
embarrassing. Thank you, Julie.
I would love to see a picture of you with the black eye.
Yeah, I didn't take
because
pictures.
styled it with some of your jewelry around it.
I think if anybody could have made me look cool with it, you could have done it. You could have put me in some like really cool outfit to go with it. Could have made it maybe. I mean, you know, would have to maybe be like a Halloween time of year.
Yeah, most definitely.
We'll probably talk about that another time, Julie.
The next knock that you get.
let's hope not.
No, absolutely. Justine, thank you so much for having me today and for sharing the insights of the Justine Cullen brand. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I really have loved having you here. It's been an absolute pleasure. You will come back and see me again, won't you?
So, this is what I was going to just say.
Okay.
I am going to be coming back to Justine Cullen's design studio with some amazing looks from the high street.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to style some of your jewellery with some great key pieces.
Fantastic.
So I think that would be a really good thing to do and show everyone how we can put your gorgeous pieces with some gorgeous items as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I would love that.
Let's do that.
All right,
Let's
I'm
do that.
looking forward to that. Definitely.
And to date,
All right.
it's on. So I want you to stay tuned. Keep a lookout for part 2. You don't want to miss that because we're going to actually put those pieces with some gorgeous outfits from the high street. I will see you soon. Justine, thanks so much, darling.
So welcome.
Oh, take care.